Children of Mars, Aries, the message from the sky for you this week is there is strength in surrender and transformation in your passions. It tells you to purify with your fire and deepen with your soul. As of September 22nd, your ruling planet Mars is in Scorpio. Your passion will intensify. Sexuality and emotional depth may reach a point you've never experienced before. Staying on the surface will no longer be enough for you. A spiritual union with your loved one, a silent conversation in the eyes, will make you want to go beyond just a physical connection. Themes of trust, loyalty, and vulnerability in relationships will be at the forefront throughout the week. The sky especially tells you to learn to accept spiritual nakedness for true intimacy. However, the Mars Scorpio energy this week can also make you prone to control, possessiveness, jealousy, and obsession. The transformation here should not happen through pressure, but through the inner strength that comes from surrender. This week is very suitable for the motto, if you let go, you grow. On September 24th, the Mars-Pluto square may confront you with power struggles. In particular, your desire for control will trigger and bring to the surface power struggles in your career and relationships, as well as silent tensions on the other side. This may seem like an uncomfortable confrontation, but know, dear Aries, that it will mean cleansing and purification for you. This square aspect is like a spotlight illuminating your darkness. The more honest you are, the more you will be liberated. Especially emotionally, you've been going back and forth all month. This week, there are influences that may make you feel as if you have the wind at your back. However, my advice to you is that you can confront your feelings related to psychological growth and regain control in your career with strategic moves. In particular, the danger point this week could be obsession, desire for control, and suppressed anger being tested. That's where the sky says, don't let your guard down. You must accept your shadows. Since there will be ups and downs in financial matters throughout the week, the sky warns you to be careful so you don't experience losses. And especially, this is a week where your passion will be tested, your inner strength will be rebuilt, and the courage to form genuine bonds will be rewarded. If you remain aware of this, you will succeed. However, sensitivities in relationships with neighbors and family matters are also among the energies reflected to you this week. Especially in friendships, be ready to see people's true faces. Instead of reacting suddenly and sharply, moving forward with timely interventions and an awareness of your own worth will bring you a lot. Clarify what you want and move forward by determining your path accordingly. May the heavens be your guide and your path be clear. Taurus are the children of Venus. The message from the sky for you this week is not to give up or lose, but to restructure the earth in order to rebuild yourself. Let go of your fears and cleanse yourself of emotions that do not serve you. Cleanse yourself so that your life can heal, take root, and flourish in abundant and growing areas. With September 22nd, the sun moves into Libra. As a Taurus, your daily life, health, work routine, and habits are starting to come into the spotlight. Making your routine sacred will bring you a lot. Notice that you have been neglecting yourself, dear Taurus. If your schedule has fallen apart and your energy is low, now is the time to build structure, set your priorities, and transform. These are ideal influences for health cleanses, detoxes, and physical purification. Making adjustments in your work environment, being part of innovative proposals to increase efficiency, and cleansing your physical and mental state will bring you great benefits. And Mars is in Scorpio. Passion is awakening and truths are coming to the surface. Especially on the 22nd, Mars's transit in Scorpio will bring energy, physical attraction, power plays, and inner transformation in relationships. The person in front of you will now show you yourself more clearly in the mirror. The person you love could be the mirror that triggers you the most this week. Suppressed anger and fears may be triggered. By finally saying what has been left unsaid, you may find yourself experiencing powerful emotions and profound transformations. At the same time, singles can form deep connections, and those already in relationships are in for a wonderful week where they can revive their bonds with trust, love, and passion. Act not out of fear, but by following your instincts. You need to choose the themes that nourish you, not the cycles that suffocate you. Believe in this and heal yourself with courageous steps and heartfelt intentions. Towards the weekend, under the influence of the moon, your long term goals will become clearer. Education, travel, plans abroad, and philosophical and spiritual growth will leave their mark. New perspectives will bring you great advantages. The sky is telling you to recognize the boundaries in your mind. Staying in your comfort zone is no longer enough. This week, you can transform your mental blocks as much as the magnitude of what you want to create. Ask yourself out loud, why am I building this and for what reason? Answer from the heart and move forward, trusting the universe and the divine creator. Especially throughout the week, you'll experience emotional maturity, relationships being reborn, healing influences in work and health, and a transformation of your identity. Everything is being restructured. Love, money, identity. The meanings you assign mentally. Remember, control is security. Letting go is not defeat. Move forward with the awareness that true strength lies in being flexible, in forgiving, in becoming anew, trusting both the flow and yourself. May the heavens guide you and light your path. Children of Mercury, dear Geminis, you have a message from the sky. This week, the sky is telling you, think with your heart, align with your mind. The answers you seek on the surface are hidden deep within your heart. The sky says, feel before you speak, think before you act, sense before you choose. On September 22nd, the sun is in its journey through Libra. This week, love, flirting, authenticity, children, creativity, and living from the heart will be at the forefront. The sky is practically preparing you for an emotional festival. Take advantage of this week's energies to strengthen the foundations of joy and passion. There may be passionate new beginnings in relationships, and old love may be rekindled. Creative projects that come from the heart may give a new direction to your work and education life this week. Play the game, but be genuine. Let your words and intentions be clear. If you are real, you will form heartfelt connections. Masks no longer work, dear Gemini. Mars is in Scorpio. Life is getting deeper. You are taking back control. There will be an increase in daily tasks, health matters, routines, and your area of service. Be ready. Know that you can't manage life without first getting your mind in order. Remind yourself of this. And Mars will trigger you to take back control in your work environment, to move forward without missing the details, to follow health-related matters not with anxieties but with your instincts, and to show the determination to say no to people who drain you. But at the same time, avoid obsessive behaviors. Stop shouldering other people's work. While trying to take control, don't try to control everything. The sky says if you neglect yourself, the system will collapse. You must honor the energetic balance that operates in the universe. And on the 29th, with the effects of the moon, financial partnerships, inheritances, and debts may come to the forefront. Power struggles in emotional bonds and issues related to family will surface in order to be resolved. Especially in financial matters, you need to act carefully throughout the week. Making up for your mistakes and taking responsibility without running away from the truth will benefit you greatly. There is also an energy of deep inner transformation, cleansing from old ties and patterns. Let sincerity and courage be your motto in your love life, order, analytical intelligence, and intuition in your work life, making joint decisions, acting realistically in financial matters, and maintaining balance and purification when it comes to health. The crowd lingering on the surface prevents you from reaching a deeper essence. Because your true self is there, don't forget that you need to fight for it. And throughout the week, the sky advises you to act without ignoring what you feel before you speak. Otherwise, if you let control become overly dominant, regrets and restlessness may wear you out quite a bit. May the skies be your guide and your path be filled with light. Children of the Moon, Cancers, you have a message from the sky. From within your silence, your queen and king are awakening. See the balance within your beauty. The sky is telling you this week, be a home to yourself, your roots, your heart. As the sun enters Libra and initiates the autumn equinox, at this mystical gateway where your path, light, and determination are balanced, a completely new sense of harmony, balance, and reciprocity in relationships may become the main theme. This transition is a powerful time to ask yourself, what is too much or too little in my life? It's a wonderful time to reorganize your home, simplify your living spaces, beautify the outer world, and heal your inner world. Libra's wise call to you is to be fair in relationships, set boundaries, and do all of this with love. Especially since Mars will move into Scorpio on the 22nd, the energy of Libra combined with Mars in Scorpio will become a gateway for you to deep, intense emotional and sexual effects, triggering an inner transformation. Your passion, spiritual union, creative energy, and influences that will shape your life purpose will keep you very busy. Your hidden desires may come to light. Repressed passions may reach a breaking point. The need for true intimacy will shake everything fake in relationships for Cancers this week. Either be completely honest with yourself or keep running away from yourself. The choice is yours. Especially long-term relationships, partnerships, and contractual bonds will be on your agenda this week. Am I truly loved, or am I just attached to my habits? Does this job, this relationship serve me, or does it drain my energy? Am I in or am I out? You need to be honest with yourself. Stopping halfway would be unfair both to yourself and to the other person. So facing your inner voice and, if necessary, making decisions will be the key to the beauty that emotional maturity will bring you. Above all, you should never suppress yourself. You should express your opinions on matters where you have taken responsibility. When it comes to work-related issues, you should question the energies that challenge you, and if necessary, don't stay silent when it comes to claiming your rights. However, when it comes to financial matters, the sky is giving you the message to cut your coat according to your cloth throughout the week. If you are thinking about taking risks or being involved in joint plans with others, make sure not to let your guard down. Otherwise, a moment of emotion or a moment when you can't say no could trigger many events that you will regret and that are difficult to make up for. Be careful and stay in control. Children of the Sun, the Lions. This week, the sky brings an energy of reset and purification into your lives. When the sun begins its journey in Libra on the 22nd, it will trigger influences that bring mental awakening, communication, and the ability to express yourself correctly in relationships within your close circle and private life. The autumn equinox, night and day are balanced with equal light, bringing stability. Now is the time for you to regain the balance you have lost. This week, the energy to write, learn, and express yourself more gracefully will rise. Topics like education projects with siblings and close relatives may come up. Get ready to heal your mental fatigue. Especially seeking approval, dimming your own light, expressing yourself isn't just about speaking, it's also about being present through your stance and your approach. And Mars is in Scorpio. It will activate your home, family, roots, past, and inner sense of security. Now is the time to transform hidden anger, unspoken words, and root traumas here. You may set boundaries with your family, confront your past, and experience energies such as power struggles with your family or the emergence of suppressed desires. You are one of the children of fire. Mars is burning you not to destroy, but to rebuild you. Turning the battlefield inside you into a place of peace is possible with your maturity. Make good use of this. Especially throughout the week, don't shy away from standing up for yourself in work-related matters, fighting for your rights, or questioning any insecurities that may have arisen regarding buying and selling. Your sense of self-worth is being reborn, and the part of you that used to seek approval behind those insecurities is now beginning to express itself with self-love. These are very important transitions, especially when it comes to health matters this week. Pay attention to your shoulders and heart center. If you have any discomforts, please heal them with the help and support of a specialist doctor or physician. Listen to your body, listen to your mind. Now is not the time to stay silent, but to heal. Especially in matters related to your private life. As long as you ignore yourself and put pressure on yourself, you won't make any progress. You'll add new regrets to your list. and in the places where you stay silent and treat yourself unfairly, you may be tested with even greater troubles. Now, as the sky encourages you with the Mars in Scorpio transit, take action. Let your words be reflected in your attitude with kindness. Let them be reflected in your approach. Be among those who transform the energies that stress and challenge you and meet in the healing brought by love, and be one of those who make it take root. Children of Mercury, dear Virgos, you remain silent, but simplicity is your language and depth is your legacy. Now, align yourself. The revolution that begins within will reflect outward as healing. Stay in the flow and in acceptance. The sun is in Libra. It will remind you of your worth with grace. The autumn equinox on the 22nd marks the sun's transition into Libra, a passage where nature finds its balance. Day and night become equal, and the scales of life weigh you as well. Virgos, this will shine a light for you on self-worth, material resources, security, what you possess, and what you truly deserve. Especially, what do you truly value? What are you working for? What are you fighting for? Do the things you possess define you, or are you the one who completes them? Do money, security, and your comfort zone limit you, or do they support you? The sun's transition tells you to claim what you deserve with grace. You should learn to receive as much as you strive, not to be good enough, but to move forward with the awareness that you are already valuable. Mars is in Scorpio. Its effects are as sharp as the mind, but as deep as the heart. It's a transformative energy regarding communication, mental direction, your close circle, and your private life. But don't forget that you don't have to respond to every thought. Sharp analyses, intuitive insights, deep research, and especially detective-like information gathering about matters of love as well as confrontations may occur. When Mars is in Scorpio, it tells you to face sudden conversations, impulsive reactions, jealousy, suspicion, and anxieties. Let your heart speak as much as your mind. Allow your intuition to guide you. Let your words be sincere and your silence be wise this week. Keep your conversations short and more impactful. Less talk, more intuition. In short, this week you'll express your troubles not with words, but with your vibes. Be clear in your work life and communication. Don't be overly analytical or delay things. Simplify processes. Avoid complexity. Set boundaries in your interactions with people who cause this complexity. When the sun is in Libra, it's not I, but we who win. Team energy will carry you beyond individual success. This week, your emotions will deepen, trust and love will be balanced, you can form new bonds, and even old loves that have transformed may return. It's not correcting the other person, but understanding them that heals. It's not questioning, but looking without judgment that deepens love. Sometimes simply making someone feel that you are there for them is the strongest form of love. You should create a savings plan regarding financial matters and get your budget under control. Do research on investments that align with your future goals, but stay on hold for now. When it comes to your health, be careful about gaining weight and stomach-related issues this week. Children of Venus, Libras, on the 22nd, the life-giving sun is in your sign. Happy birthday. Now, beneath your elegance, a new strength is being born. Don't settle for beauty, see the essence. Move from image to reality, from approval to freedom. Weigh with your light, dance with determination this week. While the sun is in your sign, especially during this special period of the autumn equinox when night and day are equal, you are also rebuilding the scales of your life. This is a time when you can redefine who you are, shaping your identity not through others' perspectives, but with your inner light. Your physical appearance, energy field, aura, and charisma are being refreshed and renewed. Let go of the burdens of the past year and enter the new year with lighter feelings, a purified body, and a clear mind. Stay aware that you will shine by rebuilding yourself. And on the same day, Mars is in Scorpio. It will illuminate areas related to material resources, self-worth, security, and belonging. What am I truly worth? There are influences at play where your financial abundance increases. You review your inner value judgments. Make clear decisions in areas where you have been treated unfairly and question everything you are dependent on. And this week, you may openly start a battle in relationships with people who make you feel worthless. But this battle should be directed inward, not outward. Mars says, if beauty is just a mask, let it fall. Be known for your strength. Define your own worth. In love, the search for a relationship where you are truly seen, listened to, and honored will take center stage. While giving a chance to connections that nurture your soul rather than superficial ones, you will clarify everything about a relationship you are in the process of deciding on. What you give, what you receive, and what you feel are all very important. If you constantly have to prove yourself in a relationship, the energy of freedom is calling you. Your grace and your most essential qualities are what you need to protect the most. When it comes to your career, there are gains to be made in brand collaborations and joint ventures, especially if you are on the verge of making decisions about investment plans. The stars are warning you to stay away from joint investment plans. Things may not go as planned. You may be tested with disappointments because promises made are not kept. Be extremely, extremely careful. Besides, a brand new you is being born, especially now. Fateful doors are opening and your creative energy is aligning with the universe. Now you are the sun, shining so you can be remembered for your presence. Turn inward. Freedom, balance, and passion in love will bring you so much. Adopt rational approaches with money and allow yourself to embrace the energy of lightness in your soul. Children of Mars, Scorpios, you have a message from the sky. You are being reborn from where you were hiding. You don't have to prove your strength. Just remember, you are the very embodiment of power. On the 22nd Mars, your ruling planet is in Scorpio. Your warrior has returned home. Now an inner explosion, control that comes from darkness and hardship, to redefine your identity, reclaim your power, and turn your fears into a compass instead of a weapon. Let transforming your desires rather than suppressing them be your motto throughout the week. This week, every triggering event in the outside world will bring you closer to your inner world and help you use your true power correctly. On the 22nd, as the sun continues its journey through Libra, the equinox brings subconscious closures and inner silence, carrying the most mystical energy of the year into your lives. This week, it's more about sensing than speaking on many matters, more about observing than understanding, being inside rather than outside. Your motto will be to develop relationships only with those you love and trust. Dreams may become deeper, and you might experience a burst of spiritual awareness. But at the same time, hidden hostilities, suppressed anger, and unresolved issues may also come to the surface this week. Remember that these transitions are moving you towards something better. Stand up for your rights, but not with anger. Stay aware that, if necessary, you should handle these matters through legal means. Moves in your work life that may not seem strategic. The sun in Libra suggests you work behind the scenes. Don't share your plans with everyone. Show your quiet but strong stance at work. Be strategic with money matters throughout the week. Joint investments and hidden sources of income may come up. Be selective. End the projects that drain your energy one by one, because the springboard that will make its mark on 2026 is being built this week. In your private life, you already love deeply. But this week, with Mars in your sign, a passionate, sensual, transformative, and magnetic aura will rise. Focus not on appearances, but on what you feel, especially this week. Mutual trust, loyalty, and deepening intuitive bonds. The end of an old relationship, the strengthening of a secret one. There is an energy of moving from what is forbidden to what is legal. Someone who cannot cross their own boundaries cannot harm someone else's boundaries. You should act with this motto. When it comes to your health, especially mentally, sleep problems and anxiety disorders may increase. In this regard, it would be beneficial for you to be careful, and my advice is to follow the light. Know that you are the source of the light, and let your motto throughout the week be, I am being reborn. May the skies be your guide and your path be illuminated. Sagittarius, the children of Jupiter. The message from the sky for you this week is, while the road is calling you, you should move forward with the strength of your soul. Within every distant possibility, there is a piece waiting for you, and those pieces want to come together this week. This time you will grow not by running away, but by staying. On the 22nd, the sun is in Libra. On the same day, the autumn eclipse takes place. This influence highlights your social circle, friendships, goals, future plans, and societal roles. You may meet new people, grow through social interactions, and develop and assert your vision. Even in crowds, make it your top priority this week to maintain your own center. Dreams are beautiful, but if you don't make a plan, they remain just dreams. Especially this week, it's not a time for hope, but for structured hope for you. If you have ideas, you should organize them systematically. If you have projects, you should assess who is around you and take action. If you want to move forward, the sky says to choose your companions wisely. And on the same day, Mars in Scorpio activates the area of the subconscious, inner preparation, and spiritual cleansing. Especially suppressed anger, jealousy, and fear may surface this week. Your dreams may be meaningful. You may feel interventions in your energy field. Pray and use crystals suitable for your zodiac sign's ruling planet to strengthen your energy. It's a week full of great opportunities to transform subconscious patterns. It is not running away, but facing things that will help you grow. In matters related to your career, new collaborations, connections with communities, teamwork, social media successes, and financial planning for the future are at the forefront. Connecting does not mean forming a bond with everyone. People who don't touch your soul will slow you down. Don't lose sight of this awareness and understanding. There is a sentence quietly echoing in your heart about love. Listen to it. True connection is where you can stay without running away. A distant love may come knocking at your door, or you may question and restructure an ongoing bond. Your emotions deepen, but you may have difficulty expressing them. With Mars in Scorpio, physical intimacy will become much stronger, but you shouldn't ignore your emotional hunger either. In financial matters, you should focus on opportunities that will increase your income and be mindful of your spending. New decisions regarding financial matters may come to the forefront of your agenda. Share your vision. Complete your inner cleansing. The sky is telling you, bring order to your finances, elevate your self-worth, and no matter what happens, don't run away from anything. Stay and grow. It's time to focus on and embrace these themes with all your heart. May the heavens be your guide and your path be filled with light. Children of Saturn, Capricorns. You have a message from the sky. The sky says, strengthen your stance, rewrite your reputation. This week you should build a vision, not a wall. Don't just try to look strong, truly be strong. On the 22nd, the sun is in Libra and the autumn equinox is in effect. The most critical period of the year is beginning for you. Your career house, social status, and goals are being illuminated. You will be empowered with opportunities for a career leap, a new energy agreement, connections with high-level people, the chance to become more visible, and the chance to develop a stance that commands respect. But the sky is also warning you to be mindful of issues like an excessive need for control, anxiety about whether you are good enough, and confusing aesthetics with reality. This week you will succeed if you are balanced rather than harsh, inspiring rather than commanding, and visionary rather than rule-bound, and Mars is in Scorpio. This transition will activate the house of social circles, vision, and friendships in your birth charts. Powerful speeches in front of communities, leadership in group projects, breaking away from old circles, and forming deep bonds with new kindred spirits. You will experience influences that bring clarity to the question of who you are walking with. Avoid getting into power struggles throughout the week. Don't force everyone to think like you do. Transform and share the I know best energy. Mars is teaching you this. Power grows when it is shared, but control will only isolate you. And of course, especially with the energies on September 29th, the reflections of the moon. Am I truly proud of myself as the person I really am? Are my image and my inner world in harmony, or are there disconnects? What do I need to let go of in order to rise? Clarify your stance. If you want to make changes to your physical appearance, go ahead and do it. Take solid steps toward your goals. When it comes to love, this is a week where it's not a game, but a space for making decisions. You should act not only with your heart, but also with your responsibilities. The feeling of all or nothing may become dominant. Romances that were unclear in the past may become clear now. This is a week where your criteria about love are being restructured. The ideal partner is not the one who just makes you feel good, but the one who helps you grow. Does this person take responsibility together with you? Do you grow when you're with them? If so, then they are valuable. When it comes to finances, topics like salary negotiations, new sources of income, or planning for the next 6 months may be on your agenda. Grow slowly but steadily without spreading yourself too thin. The stars say especially watch your spending, and no matter what, don't shrink your vision. Listen to your body, recognize your burdens. Your neck, shoulders, and knees will be sensitive throughout the week. Pay attention to these areas. May the skies be your guide and light your path. Children of Uranus, Aquarians, you have a message from the sky. The sky says this week, withdraw to rise, observe, and then make your move. Wisdom is not knowing everything, but knowing when to speak and when to remain silent. While the mind looks upward, the heart should turn inward. On the 22nd, the sun enters Libra, and it's the equinox. Higher education, travel, divine justice. Topics related to publications and points about spiritual development are being illuminated for you. And especially on the same day, the autumn equinox calls you to align your inner balance with the outer world. Matters connected to abroad may come up on your agenda. There may be progress in academic projects or in the field of teaching. Your visa, passport, education, or relocation plans may become clear this week. But remember, true freedom begins with mental freedom. Your inner voice might ask you, how much longer will you keep stalling? If you're ready, take action now for that big leap. And on the 22nd, Mars enters Scorpio. A powerful movement is beginning in your career, your public image, authority figures, and your destiny goals. Throughout the week, issues such as crises and transformation in your career, power struggles, taking on leadership in a professional field, a new job offer, a change in direction, or a leap in your sector will be prominent. Avoid reacting impulsively or getting into power struggles with superiors. Be controlled and willing to share. Now is the time to build your own authority. You need to clarify the stance you will take, not just your image. And a sudden piece of news or a change in direction related to your work may come up. Don't panic, gather your thoughts and think strategically, because this is leading you to the beginning of the golden bridge that will carry you into 2026. In your love life, developments may occur involving an old flame, a long-distance relationship, or someone your soul recognizes, but your mind can't quite make sense of. Deep, passionate physical connections will take center stage. You may also have confrontations with your spouse or partner, especially if you've been feeling irritable inside. Listen to your soul. Don't make decisions in a rush. Don't silence your intuition. Act with the awareness that you can't form a bond without building trust. In your professional life, you'll connect with high-level contacts, and there will also be opportunities and projects that will make your name known. However, you should act cautiously when it comes to financial matters. Know that you are divinely protected. Align your high vision with reality. Try to secure your place at the top strategically. Notice and investigate the hidden potentials in money. Don't lose sight of the realization that if you let go of your spiritual burdens, your subconscious will be renewed. If there are obstacles, don't run away. On the contrary, face them so you can confront the truth and make healthy decisions. Children of Neptune, Pisces, you have a message from the sky. You are swimming, but you are not drowning. Now you command the water. Your sensitivity is not a weakness. You find your way with your intuition, and the ties that hold you back are about to be undone. Remember, you live in a universe that flows not for you, but with you. On the 22nd, the Sun enters Libra, and on the same day, the equinox will occur. This is an energy that illuminates your house of shared resources, transformation, spiritual depth, financial ties, passions, and crises. In your relationships, how mutual are the feelings, body, emotions, time, and money that you share? Are you experiencing dependency, or is it a real connection? Are you still carrying the energies of unresolved cycles? Inheritance, loans, insurance, alimony, and financial matters may come up this week. You may experience a psychological confrontation. You might need to cut an emotional or physical tie. Beauty shines when you gently shed light on the darkness in your heart. And Mars is in Scorpio. Visions will be born from the ashes of your faith, especially your areas of higher consciousness, spiritual growth, beliefs, journeys, education, and inner freedom will be activated. You can do spiritual cleansing, take in-depth courses, and achieve success in your work and education life, and experience significant developments in your plans related to abroad. A week awaits you in which you will experience a leap in consciousness. Mars says, let go of what your mind knows. What is your heart telling you? Don't look for miracles in places where you limit yourself with logic. Let your intuition and your heart carry you forward. In work-related matters, you may encounter hidden incomes, cash flow through shared resources, the closing of old debts, earning money through spiritual values, opportunities in healing, consulting, artistic work, and receiving financial support. You should establish balance not just with the energy of receiving, but through mutual exchange. Otherwise, you may start to feel drained of energy and become exhausted. And of course, with the Sun in Libra and Mars in Scorpio, issues like passion, jealousy, and attachment will be on your agenda in your love life. Is it surrender or is it obsession? There are influences that make you go back and forth between these two extremes. A deep love may begin again. Your sexual compatibility with your spouse or partner may be put to the test. You may experience a major confrontation if a secret relationship comes to light. Old loves will close energetically. For dear Pisces, only relationships that are nourished by love, not fear, will endure. Especially this week, you may end relationships with people who drag you down, revise your future plans, clarify true friendships, and feel liberated as artificial bonds are erased from your life. Reality checks in friendships may also leave their mark as the weekend approaches. May the best happen for your highest good. May the heavens be your guide and your path be filled with light.